Hey, welcome back. For those that are just joining us, I'm running this YouTube channel in an effort to help small business owners learn how to use AI to their advantage, to be able to build custom pieces of software, to be able to equip themselves with the tools that they need without having to pay exorbitant subscriptions, and be able to get something that's custom, right? There's so many solutions out there. What I do each and every day is I work with customers, with internal teams, understanding workflows, and then designing solutions. That they can use each and every day that will either accelerate them or help them out. And so I think there's some small business owners out there that are trying to fight the big guy. There's huge corporations out there that have all these resources and money, and they can put lots of effort towards custom pieces of software. And I've been spending the last about a full year now using Base44 AI automation coding solutions that have a full stack self-service. And I've been very impressed with what you're able to build. And so that's what we're doing. We're unpacking that. So this is going to be maybe a different vibe. This isn't going to be a highly edited or cut video take system, right? I'm not going to be streamlining everything. This is going to be my true process, partnering with me. I got my music here I'm listening to. I just finished a cup of coffee, so you probably won't be seeing me nurse that too much, but it'll be just going through the process that I go through to build and design and think about, hey, how can we create this software? How can we build this? How can we make this better, right? I love creating ideas. I love working through things. And so that's what this is, and that's what it's going to be. And sorry if my webcam is like super blurry. This thing, I need to replace it. Its autofocus is just trash. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So last time we went through and we sketched out and built a mobile inventory and parts tracker. We integrated that with AI. We got in price checking features. We got a lot of really cool stuff going on there. One of the things I was kind of interested in, and for my own business as well, I was thinking about this simple local SEO and reputation dashboard, right? Looking at Google business profile tools, review requests, respond workflows. This was an interesting idea. So first I wanted to kind of just like go out on the internet and see what's out there. So let's do some exploring before we do some building. Management dashboard for all enterprise locations. Control your enterprise. Local reputation reviews, social presence, grow their business without any hiccups. Leave us a review. Okay, so like some sort of embeds. So we could build some sort of website embeds. That's a cool idea. Take note of that. Let's start going on here. Website embeds. That's probably a good idea. Okay. CRMs to generate new reviews on autopilot, rank them. Okay, so integrating CRM integration of some kind. Okay. Send customized automated review requests after an appointment, service, or purchase. Okay. So the collecting of reviews. Okay. Interesting. I'd be kind of interested to see like local competition too. Like how are you performing? And then how are my neighboring businesses, my competition, how are they performing? What are they doing? Where are they lacking? Might be something interesting to kind of put in. Yeah, beat writer's block, be creative. Google's most integrated partner, Bird Eye. Nice job. Very cool. Multi-location social media management. Okay. So pretty much just kind of like this SEO manager with social media combined onto it. Interesting. Good job, Bird Eye. All-in-one SEO toolkit. Supply SEO marketing. See what we got here. It's the all-in-one toolkit for $300 a year. Not bad. Sure, we'll accept all the cookies. Let's do it. I love cookies. With GeoRank. See how your business stacks up against competitors at a specific... Okay, hey, I was on to something. Cool. Understand your rankings for target keywords in hyper-local ways so you know exactly where to focus your efforts. Manage all channels from one place with our social media. Platform integration. Again, that social media management integration. Very smart. Track engagement metrics, direct messages, and new reviews in one platform. Build engagement reports for clients, stakeholders, or business partners. Okay. automatically syncing business information, pushing it out to all the directories. Okay, so they're syncing business information. Okay. Well, not quite as powerful as I thought it was going to be, or as complex. Just different, right? It's gonna be very much a social media white label. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at what we got. Simple local reputation, local SEO and reputation dashboard. Take off the word simple. Let's get into Base44. No, that's not what we wanted. I'm gonna take us into Fable 5. I love Fable 5. Very good model by Claude. They've done a very good job. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and just, we like Moz. Take a look at the offerings that Moz has. And let's sketch out a similar SEO tool. We are going to want to be able to add in competitors. We're gonna say like Credit Karma. So Credit Karma has like, I've not really used it that much. I've seen it used, but like this idea of like, hey, this is how you can improve your score. This is how you can be moving this forward. Simple terms. Okay, we'll say enterprise grade. I always like to say that. I don't know why. Enterprise timeless design. Okay, cool. Well organized. Sure, that sounds good. I like to always throw those on. Moz has, so I probably should put their website in. So we can go look at it. Similar SEO tool, competitors. We want to take a look at this. Yep. Yeah, let's start there and see what this got. We're going to go into build mode. Okay. While that's running, let's take a look at... So we got reputation dashboards out there. Okay, review progress. Okay, so we're looking at reviews a lot. Getting an average rating on reviews. SEMrush. I have used SEMrush before. An Adobe company, nice. Backbone of any digital marketing strategy. Basics of keyword, research, link building. Okay, maybe like a mind map too. Mind map / web of how people are interacting. Demographics, things like that. That might be interesting to pull in here too. Very cool, very cool. Local brand awareness, okay. So we're going to want to find Google Business Profile. That'd be a good thing to link in. Yep. Yeah, for those that don't know much about SEO, if you're a small business owner and you don't know much about SEO, definitely time to do some research. SEO obviously stands for search engine optimization. So when you're being looked at to find things online or to be found online, this is super, 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 super key. Right? Mexican restaurants near me in Dallas, right? And then it's about how you rank based off of reviews, research, all the different things that kind of go into that. And so super important that you have strong SEO so that people are finding you and linking you to your business. And so understanding and tracking that is important. I think some businesses put a humongous emphasis on SEO. I don't know if you need to put that big of an emphasis on SEO. Like where you're like obsessing about it, but it's very important and it should be a top consideration. And so a software like this is going to help you understand, how people are finding you, where they're coming from, things like that. Website trackers, that kind of data is going to be really, really good. We might even consider when we build this tool, let me put that down, to put like a website tracker. Build website tracker. Ooh, builds UTM link manager. That's a good idea too. I like to build those when I design websites for companies. UTM is like a unified something marketing link, and you can actually track how people find you. This is how you actually know, does your social media post actually have an impact? Did it take you to your website? Did it make a sale for you? And you need to be able to link those, and you do that with a UTM link. It's essentially just a parameterized URL link. Pretty easy to do once you know how to do it. When I build all my websites, you can actually generate social media links for each of your pages or custom scenarios. So hey, I'm doing a summer sale. It will generate you a UTM link that you can put on all your socials, so that you can essentially know if it's working or selling. Okay, cool. Rank Pulse is being built. Nice. So Base44, really good solution. I've been very impressed with it. Obviously, I've been building with it for about a year now. Fun fact, I recently found out, this is pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, I can't even move this thing. Anyways, I found out I'm in the top 1% of Base44 users. So achievement get, I'll take it. So pretty cool. Can't radio. Interesting. So anyways, cool. Well, I'm going to pause it here while this finishes up the build, and then we're going to dive into the build and then kind of walk through the process that I would go through improving the app, looking at the app, and then adding in features for our app here. Okay, it says the app is now live. It's all wrapped up, so it's finally finalizing the build, so we can do a drum roll. We both can see it unveiling. Beacon. Okay. Know exactly where your online business stands. Very nice. Get your online health grade and a simple plan to improve it. Get my grade. Improvements, competitors, and then your business. Facebook, Instagram, Yelp. Nice. This looks nice. Okay, I like it. Good outline. Obviously a lot. Base44 always starts you in a pretty basic status. And then, our job is to build on that. And then the other thing, when you're building with Base44, it's not gonna be perfect, right? There's gonna be problems. There's gonna be things in there. So let's go ahead and let's go take a look at a coffee shop up in Tucson. So there's a coffee shop I like up there. It's been a while. Presta Cartel Roasting Company. Company. Very cool. So let's take a look at what they got here. So roasting.co. So let's get my grade. Okay. Cartel Roasting Co. Website. Perfect. City. Tucson. Google Business Profile. How do I... Don't know how to find the Google Business Profile. Profile for Cartel. Yeah, okay. Well, that's... Use a private browser. Interesting. Find your business on Google. Okay, I know how to find it if I have the actual business, but I am not sure on that. Okay. Facebook page. Let's go to their website. Sure hope they have a Facebook. You deserve good coffee. Well, thank you. Got a footer here with Facebook, I'm assuming. There we go. Okay, let's grab them here. Instagram, optional. Yeah, let's do it. Yelp for our costing cartel roasting. Yeah. I'm not a huge Yelp user, as you probably can tell. Okay, doctors. They do doctors now? Cartel Roasting Company. Okay. grab that link too, and let's bring that on in. See what we got here. Get my grade. Get this out of here. Analyzing your online. Take 30 seconds while you research your business online. Okay. B. Cartel maintains a robust and well-established digital presence, effectively leveraging its multi-locational footprint and clear brand identity. Demonstrates strong community engagement. Okay, nice. Search visit how you find you on Google 85. Your listings, maps, local directories, reputation. People are saying about you. Activity and reach on social platforms. It's the only one that's a little bit lower. Interesting. Add your first competitor. Oh, cool. That one's a lot easier. Cool. Let's Tucson Coffee Roasters. Okay. Let's go there. Analyze and track. Sonoran House. Let's grab that. Sonoran. Let's grab that. Analyze and track. Brew Station Coffee. These guys are so wow, they don't even have a website. Okay, cool. Presta. I've heard pretty good things about Presta. People are very in Presta with them. That was a dad joke for sure. Testable Coffee Works. Man, people like their coffee. Okay, analyze and track. Very cool. Well, I mean, out of the box, you can see it took us 5 minutes to generate something, and we already have a pretty good baseline here. You lead by 5 points, you lead by 7 points, you lead by 8. Okay. Their exceptional reputation and community integration, highlighted by high customer satisfaction and frequent features in local media outlets. Interesting. So, looks like Sonoran House is doing the best. Presta. Local reputation and strong community footprint in Tucson make them a highly visible and trusted brand with their primary service area. So they're lower on website health. Interesting. Okay. I'd be curious on how it's doing all that grading, you know. On the admin settings page, or how the grading for each SEO is built and ranked. And then allow me to make edits and weight changes if needed. Cool. Well, I'm going to expose a little bit of the settings so we can kind of get a look into it, because AI kind of went out, probably found some sort of like ranking system. They built their own ranking system, and then they threw it in here and shoveled it into this. The other piece we're probably going to do is some sort of cadence update, so that like this is the competition now. This is the competition as we see it, but we might need to have like, okay, cool, once a week, go refresh my score, go look at the changes, go, is there any bad reviews I need to take care of? You know, things like that. So that's pretty cool though. You know, very good. Local leaderboard Cartel, 85, 80, 78. Okay, wow. I picked one of the top ranked coffee places in Tucson. Very cool. Improvements. Unifying business, high impact. Okay. Ensure every individual cafe location has its own specific Google business profile that is linked to the primary. This makes it easier to find brands. Okay. Standard reviews. Implement a proactive strategy to help reply reviews on Google. 8 points potential. Interesting. Are they not responding on Yelp? Or are they just saying that? Hey, thanks for the review. Thanks so much for your kind words. Hi, Phoenix. Thanks for the review and your kind words. Yeah, they're definitely doing that. So that's interesting for it to kind of go out and do. Arrived at 10. Yeah, nice. Being a business owner is rough, man. Reviewers. Okay, so let's get some of these going here. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, we can reanalyze this. Competitors. Okay. We need a way to reanalyze our competitors. Also, let's add in a report section, performance section that is all about analytics. The most common SEO analytics dashboard. Then add in some flair, spice to make it stand out against other online SEO rep dashboard tools. Not sure what that's going to do, but sometimes I like to just throw in a little like thing like this, like, hey, go do something amazing for me. Like go, like a stretch project that you'd give a person, but I give it to AI. I'm like, hey, can you, go tell me about how you do this, or go do this. And sometimes it falls on its face and doesn't do anything. And other times I've been very impressed. It comes back with a very unique option or a unique way of showing something. Okay, cool. So we got an admin settings, how the grade is built. Each category is scored 0 to 100. Overall score is weighted average. Okay, give me the letter grades, awesome. Search visibility, ranking its own name and key services, appearing on page 1 and showing up for local searches. Google Business Profile completeness, map listings, local directory citations, and consistent naming address phones across the web. Okay, good. That's a good one. I'm glad it's doing that. So essentially it's saying, hey, is this business, from your website to your listings, to your review, to your Google, like, is everything showing that your business information is up to date and accurate? That's great. Review volume, average ratings, recency, and overall sentiment across Google, Yelp, and other review sites. Presence and recent activity on social platforms, posting consistency, engagement, and profile completeness, website health, quality, mobile friendliness, speed, clear structure, easy to find contact info, and calls to action. Nice. This looks like a pretty good grading system. Overall, I would say is a great starting point for building out SEOs. Very good. Okay. Done. Admin bet. We need to reanalyze our competitors. Audit competitor reanalysis, build and performance analytics page. Nice. Okay, so we put in 2 asks there and it's working on that. Very good. Okay, sweet. Performance is done. Nice. Your analytics are 1 scan away. We'll research your domain authority, estimated traffic, backlink reviews, and others, all in about 30 seconds. How are you powering all this? How are you doing that? Let's see what you got going on for us here. Let's see what we got. Let's first say run performance scan. Nice. So it looks like we have domain authority, estimated monthly visits. So because there's no embed, wow. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, health score over time. Your score will build it here. Cartel versus Sonoran House, your closest rival. It's a nice little graph. Google position number 1, Cartel Roasting Company. Best coffee downtown Tucson, number 6. Okay, this is nice. So we're looking at some keyword ranking pieces now. So that's awesome to kind of see how this is ranking. Where does it find this ranking data from? Cold brew coffee delivery, number 18, 9. Okay. Great question. Here's how it works on the hood. The engine, every scan, your grade. Base44 is built in AI research capability. Okay. It's mid. It really is. Scores against grading criteria. Real research not made up. Yeah. Your business online, which is why it takes 30 seconds. Numbers are informed estimates. It's one of the more knowledgeable consultant assessments, rather. Okay. Okay, so we could connect Google Analytics for real-time data. Okay, great. So if you were wanting to do this, if you have like a Google Analytics on your website, you could essentially add in a Google integration link. I've done this before in Base44. You just say, I want to do a Google Analytics link, and it walks you through the process. You enter all your data in, and then you get real-time data in here, which is really cool. Okay. Yeah, very good. Very good. Average 1,250 reviews. Is that true? $788. So where's it getting its... Oh, okay. There's multiple locations. Wow. Good job, Cartel Coffee. That's a pretty impressive review count. 4.4 average reviews. 4,500 backlinks found. Interesting. That's impressive numbers. This is actually kind of cool. I'm kind of wanting to run a few of my customers through this. Interesting. 28,000 estimated, 42 out of 100 domain authority. What does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah. This would actually be a really cool, now that I'm kind of like looking at this, like I sell services, right? I help people. Like that's what I do. It'd be really interesting to build in like this on my website, or someone could put in their business, and essentially I could build a ranking. Where do you stand? How are you doing? And then where could we get you in the first 3 months, 6 months, 9 months? That's a really interesting idea. This is really cool. I love this. Okay. That predicts how likely your website is to rank well in Google's results. It's like a credit score for your website. It's mainly driven by your backlinks and how many other websites link to yours, how trustworthy those sites are. It's relative. You don't need a 60. You just need it higher. Yeah, it'd be interesting to do a rescan. So AI is like this squishy thing, right? It's not like math formulas that are repeated each and every time. So let's say rescan, and let's see what it does. Let's see how we rank. Yeah, see, our review count changed, our domain authority changed, estimated visits the same, backlinks found went from what? Way high to 450. Okay, yeah, that doesn't give me great confidence in what we're doing here. Okay, so let's sub out the Base44 AI for ChatGPT integration. I want a 5.4 model to be used. No, what's the new research? What's the new... what are the new GPT models and use cases? I think there's some pretty good ones out there. Okay, let me then also go to my OpenAI account. We need to generate some keys. Let me get signed in here. Very good. I'll generate these keys in private. Pretty easy to do. Create a new key. We're going to call it Beacon SEO. Copy that key. Awesome. Okay, so we'll wire that all up. So that would be good to see and to hear. Okay, should be asking me for like an API integration token, and then we'll go from there. On the performance dashboard, I would like to add in the ability to add in custom keyword rankings. Okay. Predict the power of the scans with GPT-5.4 on my own GPT API key. Perfect. Okay, we'll bring that in. Let's see about this. Competitors. Oh, there's our rescan button. Sonoran House. Yeah, see, it's gonna probably change. 80 out of 100. Let's watch that change. 85 out of 100. Yeah. See, it's a little squishy. So we got some refinement to do to get our algorithms right. First pass. Oh, there's my API key request. Let's grab that in here. Submit. Submitting. Yeah, we're gonna have to probably refine some of our work on that piece here. Okay. The other thing that we could probably work on is doing get like an email going out. So like a weekly email, so that like you build this tool, right? You get it designed, you set it there, you're gonna forget it, right? You're not gonna come back to it. Running a business is busy work. It's a lot going on, and so having some sort of pulse or understanding how your business is performing or standing up would be really a really good thing, I think. So yeah, there we go. So let's add in, okay, dashboard. Got Sonoran House, 85 decibel. What if we add like, let's add in like Starbucks, because they're ridiculous. I mean, I'd have to imagine that they're beating out oh, we'll see if we'll get it here. Yeah, A-. Cool. Website, yeah, this is good. Effectively delivering massive follower bases and user-generated content to maintain high brand loyalty in digital. They lead by 7 points. Okay, cool. So you actually can kind of see how they're leading and how they're doing. I love it. Very good. All scans, grading performance is now run through GPT. Okay, so let's reanalyze our score. Because we technically should be running this through ChatGPT now. So we're at an 85 out of 100. And let's see how this does. Yeah, it might take a little bit longer than that 30 seconds too. Ooh, there we go. Nice. Okay. So GPT, this is good actually. I like to see that this decreased a little bit. Social media. Okay. Let's go to performance. Let's go to improvements. 15 points. Local. Okay. Let's refresh our scan on performance. Let's see. Through GPT web search and rewire the app to use all scans, grading, competitor analysis, and performance research. So that's this page. We'll now run through our 5.4 with live web search. Okay, very good. 381 reviews, 24 out of 100 domain authority. Okay. 260 backlinks found. Yeah. I have a tendency to trust GPT more. Some of this data, I'm interested in how it finds this. Okay. Let's go to improvements. Let's go to competitors and let's rescan. Starbucks, Sonoran House, Decibel Coffee, Presta, and Tucson Coffee. Get all these rolling in here. 85, 78. I think it only actually ran Decibel through because it was the last one I clicked. Oh, nope, they're refreshing here. Okay, we'll give them a minute for them all to finish up. They lead by 11. They lead by 12, actually. Okay, yeah, they're all coming in. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is looking much better. So this is encouraging, right? These numbers. This is where I say Base44 AI. I feel like it's running older models with less data, less awareness. These GPT 5.4 models are really good at research, really good at walking out there and finding, right, a lot in here. So this is, I think, a really good a piece. Performance dashboard. On the performance dashboard, let's add in a full competitor analysis. That'd be good, right? We need to actually see all this. And custom keywords for ranking. Let's add in 3 to 8 more graphs and charts common for SEO tracking. I'm just going to say 3 to 8. So I put in a few things that I wanted in there, and we're going to kind of let it go forth and conquer and see what we can build in here. So it's just really good. So the other thing we might look at doing too, so some of the businesses I've worked with are like in the trades, and looking at what's the impact in the city they're in, and then the cities outside, and the cities outside that might be an interesting way to say like to see a ripple effect. And I wonder if we could design something like that, where we could actually begin seeing how like these rankings do in Tucson versus in Phoenix versus in California, right? Like, what are the chances that these are going to be impacted, or maybe by demographic? Who is looking these up? Who is finding this type of data? Be interesting to see what's kind of going on there. So I'm curious if we can set something like that up too. Okay, it's how I am trying to look at how to track my business's ripple effect across cities. So rank in my city versus how I might rank in another city or surrounding areas. This actually might require a lot more website analytics. Is there any kind of online tracking that would allow to see this kind of insight? Is anyone doing this? So as I'm kind of processing through here and thinking about the ripple effect, normally when I'm designing these solutions, I have access to a lot of the business data, right? I have access to the websites. We can see these kind of things. We build really cool pipeline charts and things like this, but I'm wondering if we don't have that data to know where a person's coming from or the origin, this might be a lot harder of an ask. But I'm putting this as a question and seeing if AI is like, oh yeah, we could potentially spin this up and make that happen. Okay. We'll run that in while we take a look at our new performance dashboard. It's good. Okay, keyword findings. I can add my own custom. That's great. Good coffee. Add. To be ranked in your next performance scan. Good. Okay. Google positions. Okay. Very cool. Cartel Coffee Roaster Tucson. Downtown Coffee. Best Coffee Shop Tucson. Espresso Tucson. Okay. This graph's cool. I mean, good. Green is good. So obviously Espresso Tucson. So it's looking at positions. Search by demand. Coffee shops in Tucson. Monthly searches. Category scores over time. Okay. Health score. Analyze competitors. So I actually have to click that. Okay. Analyzing Starbucks. Nice. Good job. Okay. Who's doing already? Local Falcon. Best known GeoGrid tool. It drops a grid of virtual pins across the map and checks your Google Mapping's ranking at each pin. Produce a heat map of where you're strong versus invisible. Whoa. That's cool. Bright local rank, tracking across multiple cities, zips plus citation, review tracking. Okay. You rank strongest in your immediate neighborhood, decently across your city, then fall off of a cliff in neighboring cities because Google's local algorithm heavily weighs proximity, being that fall off requires location pages, city-specific content, and reviews. Mentioning those areas. That's kind of what I'm worried about, right? It's just going to be kind of like, yeah, this is what we see. I can build a version right into Beacon using your GPT-5 research engine. We could add a city reach section. Nice, I like that. You pick your home city plus surrounding areas and research your estimated ranking for your tracked keywords, showing a city-by-city visibility comparison where your ripple fades. Be estimate-based like the rest of your scans. TruePin requires those specialized tools, but it would give you a directional insight that you're describing. Okay, yes, build it. I think that's a pretty cool idea overall. I think it is right. It's just going to be kind of very estimate strong because it's just scanning and looking out at data that it can find out there and then kind of assembling. But this would kind of still give us some really good insight in here. Oh, Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks is winning. Your health score 66, domain authority, monthly visits, backlinks, reviews. Goodness me, Starbucks. I'm sure this is all just largely estimates, but yeah, I might need to take them off as a competitor. Look, Decibel Coffee Works, monthly visits. I really wonder how they're estimating that monthly visits. Like, is there a website out there that's tracking this? 48 backlinks, 148 reviews, Sonoran House. Okay, cool. This is cool. So you can kind of get an idea of how your competitors are doing, get a good look into that. I really like that. I really like that a lot. Domain authority. Yeah, looks like actually ranking really well on the domain authority. That's cool. Yeah, sadly, we can't even see a graph because Starbucks just destroys us on all of those things. Average rating. Okay, cool. Starbucks is actually a little bit lower. Good job. Got them beat. Yeah. This is really nice. Not really nice. One thing we could do, right? We could say, hey, take my performance dashboard, bundle it into an email, send it to me, or make it a PDF, or attach it to an email and send it to me weekly. And you could be getting this kind of look, especially if we were doing some sort of refresh. Like, I would recommend that this performance report gets put on a refresh. That's actually super easy to do. So inside of Base44, they have a section called automations. Let me go inside. Integrations? They just recently did an overhaul. Man, it used to be called automations. Workflows now? Is that how they do it? That's new. I was reading about all these different things. Cool. Well, it's in here. And you can essentially ask the assistant to build you an automation. It'll create the scheduled task. It'll build the function. And then it will consume your integration tokens and credits in here. Good coffee. Let's say friendly, good study coffee shop. Modern coffee shop. Right, these would be things that you'd be wanting to put in here that you're targeting, or you're wanting to see how you're ranking in these areas. We'll say refresh scan. We'll let that run. Oh wow, city reach is live on the performance page. Add surrounding cities. Hit check my city reach. Wow, Tucson. Okay, let's do it. Phoenix. Benson. Wilcox. Let's do Green Valley, or Tucson Oracle. I'm just gonna put in some sub-regions. Yuma. Check my city reach. Interesting. See how Google Visibility ripples across nearby cities. Rankings fade with distance from home, and this shows you where. Interesting. Now, this would be a lot more, I think, beneficial, like if you're in like a trade like contract, like electrical or solar or plumbing, and you're wanting to maybe reach some of these pockets. This could be really interesting to see. Yeah, Tucson Oracle. We could get in specific regions. I like how they're doing this. East Tucson, U of A area in Tucson. I'm totally not making this a city. Let's refresh the city reach. I feel like U of A, because it's actually pretty close to Scottsdale. It's like a University of Arizona right there. It's close to Scottsdale. Close to the coffee roasters, excuse me. So this would be, I think, really interesting to see if it lets me do that. Yep, awesome. Visibility. So Phoenix, wow, Tucson, East Tucson, you can see it fades. Like we're not hitting East Tucson as much, but this could be something that would be interesting to be tracked over time. In here, you'll notice there isn't historical, right? But we could add in history tracking by city reach. And so we could see how we're growing in that area. Very cool. Visibility. Wonder how they're ranking that. So let's see. U of A is 86 out of 100. Let's refresh. Let's see what this got. Wonder how it's... That's pretty cool. 81. Yeah, so yeah, it's still a little squishy, but you can still see it's doing good. Yeah, Yuma, you're pretty much a no-go. Now we could maybe try going for, you know, wow, just totally lost my thought. Keyword rankings by city. Oh, nice. This is, I did not put this in. Cartel is very visible around the U of A area because its Campbell location is close and fits students' coffee intent well. Nice job. Cool. Dark green, top 3, light green, page 1, amber, page 2, 3, red. Okay, so it looks like it's looking by searching in different areas. Okay, cool. Good coffee, 5.8, modern coffee shop. Oh, it's doing the rankings by... Interesting. It kind of combined my city reach and my... it combined those two. I can't even put in custom. How do I add my I had a keyword ranking. I could put custom keywords here. Now I can't, but this is kind of cool. So it looks like that's how it's ranking. It was my keyword rankings in here. Cool. U of A, nice. Good coffee shop, modern coffee shop, doing good. Number 12, number 18, East Tucson, modern coffee shop. Okay, nice. Really, really cool. So overall, I think we pretty well exhausted the idea of building out an SEO dashboard. I think, again, as a small business owner, as someone who is looking at tooling yourself, at being able to be competitive, at being able to say, hey, how can I improve my business? How can I maybe not have to pay for all these expensive subscriptions that are out there? You can move into Base44, one subscription, and then you can build tools like this to be able to boost your performance, to be able to understand how you're doing it. I really recommend that if you are going to start building out different tools, don't start building hundreds of tools, right, in individual buckets. We built one in an individual bucket today. I would start rolling these into like a unified app. Maybe you have your marketing and strategy app that would have your SEO, your social media management, like those components that would be in there. And then you have your backend ops app that would handle like your AI, your invoicing, you know, payments. You'd have maybe a few different apps that are disparate, but the more apps you add, the more sign-ins you have, the more things you have to track, and then the more separation that you have, and then that's where you're going to be stuck again. So if you like this video, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. I'm just starting out here, and I'm really excited to be able to help small businesses like yourself, or just another AI enthusiast out there learning about Base44, build quality apps that can have quality impact inside your areas. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Jesse. I'll catch you in the next one.